Hello, this is Igoro, host of the Igoro Show, and you are listening to the Steve and Crypto Show. So keep your ears open and your mouth shut.
Welcome to the Steve and Crypto Show, presented by thestevestrout.com. I am Steve.
I'm Crypto Zoo. Break out a glass and pour some wine. It's episode 59. We're here to give you a nice little background while you enjoy some Merlot, because I'm sure that's what you what every wine connoisseur enjoys is pop culture and fart jokes.
The fancy stuff. Get back
and take the edge off.
Pour a glass out of your box of wine and get fancy with us.
Boxed wine.
Set the mood with some boxed wine. Some of that, I'm not even going to try to name off wine varieties. I'm just going to get right in and thank you guys for.
I delivered to a wine cellar. I should know a couple of them, but
whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for coming back 59 times to listen to our nonsense. I guess that means you guys like us. And there's many ways to show that you like us. One, by following us on social media. He's CryptoZoo88. I'm the Steve Strout everywhere. We have our Facebook, the Steve and Crypto Show group. Just search the Steve and Crypto Show on Facebook and that'll pop up. And of course, the Buy Me a Coffee page, buymeacoffee.com/Steve Crypto. It's like tipping us and thanking us and helping us improve the show in every way we can. And we have a new way, which we announced on the last episode. We now have a Patreon page, which is we're excited about because it's given us a whole nother platform to bring you guys new content and stuff. We actually just released the first exclusive content for patrons over there. We put out a episode, like a mini episode talking about games, because besides it's talking about movies and horror stuff and whatever else we nerd out about here, there's a little bit more depth to our character, I guess we could say. We're both into games, we're both into just everything, man. We're just nerdy dudes that like to have fun and bullshit, and we want to carry that over to the Patreon page and do a little extra special things for you guys who are contributing and investing in the show. Because basically,
definitely, you never know what we're going to throw your way. We want to provide a variety of content, so it might be like just a straight rant about Zack Snyder movies. It might be maybe a little like drum tutorial video from me, or it might be like Steve taking a poop. Who knows? We're not sure what we're going to throw.
Probably not the poop thing. Probably not the poop thing, but I like the drum tutorial idea. That's cool. And we'll probably throw up like little mini reviews of like TV show episodes or just all kinds of stuff. We want to at least get one solid piece of content out every month. But the more if the Patreon gets busy, then we'll definitely find time to make more effort to putting out more stuff. I'm thinking we might eventually down the road do like live streams, little chats with patrons, or even just put up like little videos. Like, say you go to a fucking comic book shop or something, and you just wander around looking at the cool toys and talking shit about them. Just little video clips or whatever. Just we want to have some fun with it, and we want to have fun with you guys because you guys have been supporting us. And hopefully, you continue to support us. And you can do it now. And like I said, social media, buy me a coffee. And now you could hit us up on Patreon. And you could pledge to subscribe to the show. You could pick your own amount. I'm pretty sure that you pledge on there. And right now, we don't have any tiers or anything set up. It's just you sign up, you're part of the crew, and you get hooked up with whatever we put out there. We are going to do one extra perk we're going to do is like giveaways, probably monthly. We're going to just go through the name of all the the patrons and draw a name and send somebody a little prize. Could be anything from a movie to a collectible, a toy, a piece of Steven Crypto merch, something. We'll surprise you. We'll hook you up with something cool, something that we would want in our own life. You know what I mean? We're not just going to send you some bullshit. We're going to send you something cool that we would want too. It's going to be one of them things like, damn, do I just want to keep this for myself? Or like, no.
In that case, I'll probably get two of them, one for the listener, one for me. But regardless,
the other thing we'll have is a lot of
we are definitely going to hook you guys in good. So,
and we'll have we're always getting cool, swag and stuff from guests that we have here. So we'll slip in little gifts from those guys too, because they definitely appreciate you guys showing us the love, because what we're doing is really our goal is to promote all these other people. So it's like a cycle. So let's just keep it going.
Yeah, we just want we want all you guys to know about all the cool stuff that's coming out, and artists that we have met along this podcast journey, and things that they're working on. So that's always been our goal, is to just kind of help other people get their projects out there.
Yep, and we have a good time doing it. So to help us do it, helps keeping us going and all that stuff, and all the contributions over the past year, almost year and a half, have all gone to improving what we do, like upgrading gear, advertising here and there. It all helps us grow, and we want you guys to be part of that. So grow with us, and let's make this a thing. Let's keep it going.
Hell yeah. Steve, did you mention the Facebook group?
I did mention the Facebook group, but we'll mention it again. The Steven Crypto Show on Facebook. Find it, join the group. We talk about all kinds of stuff on there. We post about the show.
Speaking of joining journeys, join us there, and you can check out all of our shenanigans and different things that we want to post that might not always be mentioned on the show, or just little random things that we find that we decide, hey, we think this is cool. You might think it's cool too.
Yeah. So then we have our whole, the group is full of cool, like-minded people that post stuff and share stuff there too. We have a lot of creators pop in there and put up their comics and Kickstarters and stuff, and they share stories from the pop culture world and horror, especially because that's our niche audience, basically. But it's 2022 now. It's a whole new year. The holidays are over. Yeah. How was your holiday season?
It was pretty good. I actually, Christmas was fun. The kids got more gifts than they even cared about. Like, my 2-year-old didn't give a shit about anything except for a couple of things we got him from the Dollar Tree, and that's no joke. And our oldest, he's 5. We got him a Switch Lite, and he's kind of into it. I got him to play with it the other day when the power went out and he couldn't use his mom's iPad to play Roblox.
Oh shit!
That's his jam.
I didn't press record. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's been a while since I've done that, so I had to make a joke about it. Sorry.
It's been a while.
Oh no, please.
Since
no.
I gave him a heart attack.
Anyways, so I want to honestly, the main thing I was asking, I want to hear about what kind of fucking toys you got. Talk about the kids get Roblox.
Well, I got this. I got this microphone right here that makes me sound a little smooth and buttery.
Oh yeah,
maybe. Oh yeah.
Well, let him drink. Let him drink more.
Real nice.
Let him drink more of that episode 59 wine, and then you'll start sounding more and more smooth by the minute. That 59 wine.
Yeah. My wine looks like water right now, but I'm working on changing it.
Yeah.
And giving it the old Jedi mind trick over here.
The only thing you're going to turn that into is some piss, but that's cool. I'll give you points for trying.
You changed a Coke into a Pepsi. That was your transformation. No.
I'd be okay with that,
so I got this.
Pepsi's better than Coke. But anyways.
No Coke, Pepsi.
Yep.
Even when I drank soda, I never liked Coke. Never liked Coca-Cola. No offense.
Unless it had Jack Daniels.
Anybody.
Put me some Jack Daniels in Coke. That was my fucking jam. I know you weren't much of a drinker either, but sure you probably
No, man. I remember going to a party.
Drink whatever somebody bought you. My favorite kind of drink were the free ones.
Yeah, on my 21st birthday, I drank whatever was handed to me because I didn't really know like what was good. I wasn't the type of kid that was drinking a whole lot before I was 21. I wasn't trying to hunt for booze or anything. But I remember once going to a party and my friend answers the door and he was like, he threw a drink in my face. Drink this. I'm like, what is it? He was like, Jack and Coke. I'm like, I don't drink soda. And he's like, yeah, but there's booze in it. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't help.
Fair enough.
That doesn't help at all to me. But it's not going to cover up the taste of Coca-Cola.
What's wild is that you actually remember your 21st birthday.
I do. I remember it pretty well. Yeah. I remember hopping from bar to bar here in town. We went between
all three of them.
I said bar to bar like two. Literally we jump between two bars all day. Go to Town Tavern for a little bit. When we get bored there, we'd walk over to Sirens and then go back to the Town Tavern. But I remember being up at Sirens here in Port Townsend, and my friend who I used to play in a band with, his mom came up there and she was like, "What am I getting you?" And I said, "What are you having?" And she was like, "Are you sure you want to go down that path?"
Big mistake. Yeah.
And she was a regular up there. And so it was Jaeger, I think. That was my first time having it. And actually, I don't really mind it if it's like one or two shots, but after that, it starts really disagreeing with my stomach.
Nasty shit.
Yeah.
Not to veer off subject, but speaking of local bars and venues, you actually booked another show at a local venue. So anybody in the Northwest, specifically Western Washington, we have a spot in Port Hadlock, which is just outside of Port Townsend, called the Crazy Otter. Tell us about the show that you're doing.
Yeah. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I booked the show, but I managed to get a spot on the show.
Sorry.
I was booked to be on the show. But yeah, so January 21st, we got Stevie Stone coming out to the Crazy Otter. Now, for any of you who might be slightly familiar with that name, I'll just, make that a little easier for you. He is former Strange music artist. If you listen to Tech, I guarantee you've heard Stevie Stone before. So this is probably like my fourth or fifth show doing with him. And he's one of the most humble artists that I have met as far as like national tourists. And it's a long way with me. Like I don't care how good your music is. If you're an asshole, I'm not really going to be feeling you too much, Right. But if you have some kick-ass music and you're a good person, then cool.
Definitely goes a long
thumbs
way.
Up for me.
So basically
it goes a long way.
He's a national touring hip hop performer.
Yeah.
He was
from Kansas City area.
He was on one of the top indie labels, which I don't know if it's really considered an indie label anymore, but he's not with them no more, but he's still a touring headliner and he's coming to our little old town and that's cool.
That's right. Yeah. He started his own label, Odyssey Records. So yeah, he's going to be out here again, Friday, January 21st at the Crazy Otter. Doors at 8 p.m. 21 and up, full bar with ID. We got music from, of course, Stevie Stone, Knothead, Endgame, myself, Crypto Zoo, Swisher Sleep, music from DJ Faye. You can get tickets on stoneiroндale.bpt.me. That is, again, stoneiroндale.bpt.me. Or if you're local, you can contact myself and I will be happy to help you out with tickets, which are $15 a pop.
Yeah, do it. It's cool. It's a big show for, like I said, for our little town.
Yeah.
Good crypto getting back on stage. It's been kind of a long time coming. Make sure you guys mask up when you go. That's my only request. Have fun, have some drinks, support crypto. He'll be there. I'm pretty sure he'll probably have some Steven Crypto Show stickers and shit to give people that. So if you hear this, not sure how many of you will, but if you hear this and show up at the show, be like, I fucking love Steven Crypto Show, and he'll give you something. He'll give you, I don't know,
come bug me, I'll give you a sticker.
Yeah, he'll give you a high five, and
you get a crisp high five.
Crisp high five.
Yeah,
but dude, what is the date on that again?
January 21st. That's a Friday 21st. Night. Yeah. So, that's the only show that I got on the pipeline right now. But I'm definitely looking to get more of them lined up. Just here in the Northwest. I'm just happy to get out there again and really trying to do a little bit more solo stuff this year. I think I'm going to try to make 2022 the year of the zoo.
2022 is the year of the Steven Crypto Show in the zoo.
Yes.
It's all kind of blends in together, I guess.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So this is the year to get off our asses, and we're going to grow this show. You're going to grow your music, and by 2023, we're all going to be famous and retire. That's the plan. But anyways,
boy, wouldn't that be nice?
What are we talking about? We're talking about Christmas.
Yeah.
You got a cool microphone.
Yeah, I got a microphone. I mean, I have a Nintendo Switch, the normal version of it. I got Mario Kart. So anyone out there that wants to play some, couple rounds or whatever, contact me online, send me a friend code, and we can make that happen.
You know what? But, I hadn't played video games in a really long time. Till recently, we're over at our friend's house, and they have a couple kids, couple girls, I think 10 and 12 or something like that. And the 10-year-old is like super nerd. Like, she's cool. She's a cool little kid, and she talked me into playing Mario Kart on her Switch. And
cool.
After a little while, after a few games, I started catching on. Then I started kicking ass, and then she didn't want to play no more. But that was the first time. It's literally.
They like it when they're winning.
It's probably been like 20 years since I picked up a video game. Besides, being at like a bar playing an arcade game or something. But literally, it's been like 20 years since I've done it, and it was fun. I definitely want to play it again, so I might have to come over there and whoop your ass at some point. But
hey, I don't know if I ever mentioned it on this show. I might have, but I was in a Mario Kart competition at a bar, and I was in second place. Well, it was down to me and one other dude. There was actual money on the line, and of course, everybody wanted Rainbow Road to be the last track, which I hate. Right. And so, we're going, and I almost won, but that blue shell got me, and he took it. He took the championship.
Honestly, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but it was fun.
Well, I'm just saying, you come over this way, you might have a hard time. Don't just assume you're going to kick some ass if you come over to this house. I'm not being cocky and saying that I'm going to take the win, but I'm not saying I'm going to lose either.
I see. Here's the thing is, when I play, people are worried about shells and shit hitting them on the game, but I bring a pocket full of shells, and I rally around the family. No.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, if you don't say it, I will.
I'll just fucking throw a fucking seashell at your head while you're trying to play it, and I'll play dirty. Yeah, I don't know why that popped in my head.
See that place over there? That used to be a library. Boom, banana.
Boom, gotcha, banana. Yep, just slap you with a banana peel. Like, you just went from second to 8th place. Sorry, pal. But
that's what you get for not having a pocket full of shells on you, man. You're not prepared for this game. And if it's not that, they're going to get hit in the face with pocket sand, because that's what my generation did back in the day. You'd be playing the games. Yeah. All of a sudden, you get pocket sand thrown at you.
Yeah, man. That's the way to do it.
And then they get the fatality.
Old, like, pro wrestling 80s, like, heel shit, I'll just throw a little salt in your eyes, or I'll poke you in the eyeball, Roddy Piper you. Just boom.
Did you ever see that episode of Sunny in Philadelphia where they all wanted to be wrestlers?
Maybe.
That's exactly what they did, dude. They had a heel character. He was the Taliban, and he came in, and it was a white dude. It was Cricket. Cricket's got like all this like he's got a turban on and a bunch of gear and whatnot, and he comes in and he just like blows sand in all their faces, and then finally it's just Charlie, and he's like, or no, I'm sorry, it was Mac. Mac's like, I have a feeling that if I get in the ring, you're just going to throw sand in my face. So I'm just going to get down. And then it's just him standing there, and he thinks he's victorious until the trash man comes in and hits him from behind. And it's DeVito. Oh, yeah. And, they told DeVito he was going to be the ref. And he's like, no, I'm the villain. I'm the trash man. I come in and throw garbage all over the ring and I start eating garbage and shit, And so he hit him with the trash can. But I guess he hit him in the neck, and there was a rough edge on it, and Cricket starts bleeding. And the whole crowd goes silent, and then DeVito just puts his arm up. He's like, I knew this shit wasn't fake.
That's good.
They actually had Roddy Piper in the episode, too.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Sort of vaguely remember it.
Yeah. I love that show.
Piper was the man, dude.
Yeah, Piper was great.
Quite possibly the greatest heel ever.
Oh, man. That's a hard statement.
Name a better one. You can't. Maybe like heyday Four Horsemen Ric Flair.
Yeah, Flair was really, really good. I mean, of course, my mind's going to 90s because that's when I was watching. Yeah. Like when I started watching, and so my mind even goes to like The Rock, just in his trash talking times, right. Face or heel, he was always doing it.
Yeah, but the lines were so blurred in the 90s.
Yeah,
good guy or bad guy, they were all kind of on the same shit. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, there was a lot of that.
Because like really, if you took like Steve Austin, the Stone Cold Steve Austin character from the 90s and his height of his popularity, you put that guy back in like 1985, he's a heel all the way. He's that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's the guy that is going to have to fucking lose to Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 2 or something. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, and they probably blurred. They wouldn't like, you couldn't keep him as a face or as a heel character if you wanted to, because like once
people were loving what he was doing so much.
Yeah. I mean, he could have been like, he's the heel, but he's that character that like a lot of people want to be, where you're like giving your boss the finger and, you know,
that's like, why it was so good.
Giving him a stunner through the table.
But it was a totally different era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a hard line between good and bad in wrestling back in the day. But once the 90s hit in that era, that attitude era, whatever you want to call it, it was just blurred. You know what I mean? It was a whole different thing. But man, we keep going off. We're talking about Christmas and keep wandering off. I think, did you say all your presents? You got a microphone?
No. All right, I got this. I got this nice smooth mic here. My lovely lady got me this microphone. I'm thankful for. I got Mario Kart, another Mario game, Super Mario U or something like that. It was originally on the Wii and the Wii U, and they put two games into one and whatnot, and put them on the Switch, re-released it. It's actually pretty fun. I got a kit to make my own hot sauce because if you have noticed any photos from Instagram and Facebook, I've posted my hot sauce collection. I have quite a few.
Did you see?
And I watched like hot ones.
Kevin Smith got a hot sauce, and like he sold like these little hot sauce sets for like $50 just because he like, signed the bottle. Like, come on, man.
Oh, are you sure that wasn't Fluffy?
No,
didn't Fluffy do that?
It was a Kevin Smith hot sauce, and it came with like two like Cocksmoker sauces too. Just look on his.
Okay. All right.
Look on his like Twitter, or Instagram, or something. I actually seen it this morning, scrolling through when I was.
Okay.
May or may not have been on the toilet when I was scrolling through Instagram. Who knows? But hot sauce kit. What else?
Yeah. So I have a good variety, and I've been been thinking about making my own, and so I'm gonna try to find some exotic ingredients. And I was thinking maybe I'll make like a more of like a curry or like a Thai hot sauce of some sort, or maybe like a Cajun one or something. I want to do something different,
Right.
Because there's a lot. I mean, there's so many hot sauces out there, and I don't want to straight up copy anybody else. So
just bust out the Steven Crypto Show hot sauce, and it could be like
one of them probably will be that. Yeah. And then we'll make a game out of it where like every time we say a certain word on the show, you gotta like take a little dab of hot sauce or something.
Hot sauce.
Yeah,
maybe. I just want like a good hot sauce that fucking tastes good on food.
All right. Well, I'll try to make.
I don't want like some weird dare or jackass shit. I just want some good tasting hot sauce.
It's funny you don't want some jackass shit. I do have a sauce that's made by Steve-O, or at least endorsed by him or whatever. It's hot sauce for your butthole.
For your butthole or for, yeah. And I'm sure he probably has put it in his butthole. And he probably put it in his eye.
He did put it in his eye on Hot Ones, actually. And he got an award for it.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
You know his award's going to be when he's fucking old and blind and like brain damaged and like in a wheelchair. And he's like, all my hard work paid off. Told you I didn't want to have a real job ever. Like, all right, look at you now.
He's been sober for a long time now, and I really gotta give it up to him for it. Good. Like he's done a lot of good stuff since straightening out. And I mean the podcast that he does, like Steve-O's Wild Ride is really cool.
I like what he does. He's entertaining. But I just remember like back in the day, him just saying like, I don't ever want to work in my life, so I just do stupid shit or something. Like, okay, fair enough. Is it worth it? But now it's paying off for him finally. Now that he's like an old man, and
now he's been doing stand up for almost a decade now.
Is he?
I think, or maybe a little over a decade now.
He's been doing any of it. Is he like
for a little bit? Yeah, it's
is it more him just telling stories that are kind of humorous?
There's a lot of storytelling, kind of like what Jay Muse does, and I'm not saying any of this in a negative way or whatever. But some different comedians have different deliveries. Right. So he tells a lot of stories from back in the day, and things that he's gone through and whatnot. Getting arrested here and there. And experiences, and throw some jokes in, and it's fun. And then I think towards the end he'll do like a variety of stunts and different things on stage that he can pull off then right there in front of a crowd.
I mean, that's what people would expect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know he comes to Tacoma Comedy Club a lot, and I kind of want to go see him because I know he doesn't charge much. I know some people that went. I think they paid like $15 for a ticket, and in the end, they
regular comedy club price.
And they got to meet him in the end too. I saw a photo with them and Steve-O. So
that's cool. I mean, I like him. Like I said, I'm a fan of all those guys.
Him and Knoxville are they've probably my favorite two Jackass members.
Yeah, well, they're the only two that didn't just like piss away their lives, and you know what I mean. They continued to work somehow, and they got work in like more mainstream and acting and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Wee Man was smart with his money. He opened up a taco chain.
Did he?
Yeah. Chronic Tacos. That's his.
Yeah. Is it a big chain or is it a small chain?
They're like West Coast.
Yeah.
So they're in California, and there's actually a couple locations up this way. There's one in Lakewood, I think, out in Tacoma area. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. We've gone to that one a few times, and the first time going there, I asked the staff, I was like, has Wee Man been here before? And they said that he was there for the opening.
Yeah, I'm sure he's there for the opening, and the rest of the money just gets direct deposited in his account.
Yeah.
I like to go to Danny Trejo's shops. Don't he have like tacos and donut shops and shit? Like that's.
Oh, I didn't know he had a donut shop. I know he has Trejo's tacos.
Pretty sure he has a donut shop too.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Because I see him on social media all the time, just like he be in there working.
Yeah, dude.
Cool.
He does work in the truck because what was it? there was a weekend where they had like a couple shows out at White River Amphitheater, and I think the first day was Rob Zombie and some other people, and then the next day was Slipknot, and that was the date that I went to.
Oh, did he have a truck there? A taco truck there?
Trejo's Tacos was there, and my friend and I almost went. We almost went to eat. Now I wish we did.
And then you heard he was there after. Yeah.
I saw pictures of my old classmate, got a picture with him. And so like, son of a bitch, like, you know, he might have been there, but he was definitely there on Friday because that's when my classmate was there. And, you know, he was there to support his friend Rob doing his thing. So
that's awesome. That's
yeah,
cool.
I wish I would have gone.
Up. You really fucked up that time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Should have got a taco.
Yep. That's it. You're just fucking thinking about your damn self, going to watch these bands that you paid too much money to see.
I know. Why go watch
taco.
Slipknot when we could be eating tacos?
Honestly, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would probably rather have some tacos.
Like, you got to think about it for a minute.
I dig Slipknot, but I would rather have some tacos.
They are one of my favorite bands, and this was the one and only time that I've seen them. Yeah. But we did think about it for a minute, like tacos or
Slipknot.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have had to make the fucking tacos and clean up the mess. That should have been the deciding factor right there.
And now we're just dreaming about the taco that got away.
The taco that got away. You bet you're kicking yourself in the ass right now.
Man, Machete might have made that taco for me.
For real. Someday you ever meet him, you tell him, and he'll just probably slap the shit out of you or something.
One day when we have him on this show, or maybe we'll at least ask if he'll be on it, and he'll be like, Machete, don't zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet he does. Because he's like he's always you look on his social media accounts and he just like hamming it up all the time. That's cool, man. He deserves it. That's the hardworking dude.
That's true.
I respect those people like that work hard.
Oh man,
in entertainment, and he's a good example of that.
He doesn't stop. He's always cranking out movies.
Yeah, definitely
getting them paychecks. Whether it's like a straight to DVD release or not, he's like, I'm there. I'm getting paid for it.
Yeah. So did we cover your Christmas haul?
For the most part, yeah, I think so. Did you get anything cool? Any fun gadgets or anything?
What did we get? I got toys, games. I think the coolest things was probably Ryan got me, or Santa Claus. I think Ryan helped him pick it out, but Santa got me a couple Lego sets, like a Slave one and then a Boba Fett helmet, which are two that I've been eyeballing for a long time that I wanted. So I got those.
Is it like a big Lego helmet you can put on?
No, it's fucking small. We were both like, oh, we thought it was gonna be bigger, but no, it was literally, it was probably like maybe 6 inches, not including the pedestal thing. But it's still super cool, man. It was fun to build. Like, I got a bad feeling it's gonna be my new obsession is Legos, and that shit's expensive, and I'm kind of nervous because Ryan loves Harry Potter. There's a lot of Harry Potter Lego sets too, so it's like, and it's something we enjoy.
And then you're gonna feel obligated to get those for her.
Like, I want to do Legos, but hold on, maybe if I get the Harry Potter one, she'll be okay with me spending fucking $300 on a Lego set.
Yeah.
And then you build it in an hour and you're like, oh, fuck. I want my $300 back. Luckily, I don't think the ones I got were that much money, but it's cool, man. I got those. What did I get? I got, let's see, family. Her parents got me some cool shit. They got me like a King Kong NECA figure, which is cool. Like, all these people like know me so well. It's awesome. They got me a safe.
Yeah, sounds like it.
They got me like a little water and fireproof safe to keep, because I have some comic books that are kind of very that are worth money. Like Wolverine first appearance, and I got like comics from
Ooh.
the Superman creators, like pre-Superman and like old shit, new shit, all kinds of cool shit. And those are all locked in the safe now, so that's cool. I got, what else did I get? So we got some games. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but listen on Patreon because I'll definitely talk about games on there quite a bit, and we'll probably mention some of them. And what else did I fucking get?
Yeah,
I got a Captain.
You got
Kirk.
A fart game.
I got, yeah.
Don't
I know
forget
you
that.
keep bringing that up. That's good. We're gonna play it one day. I got a Captain Kirk from the original series Funko Pop. That was pretty cool. I mean, it's not like a special pop or anything, but he just looks cool. He's in his captain's chair, so he'll probably come out and end up sitting on the desk, aka the world famous Steven Crypto Show studio. I can't think of anything else. There's lots of games, cool things. It was good, and I mean, the presence isn't what it's about, but it was cool. I like stuff, so, and I got a lot of it, so I'm happy with it.
We like stuff and we like things.
Happy with stuff.
Yeah,
but
We all love a good ghost story, but have you ever wondered how it came to be?
Have you ever wanted to dig deeper into the true history of your favorite stories of the macabre?
How about whether or not it really went down that way?
Join us bi-weekly on Ghoulish Tendencies podcast, where we, two paranormal investigators, delve into the depths of the famous and not so famous cases of murder, ghosts, legends, and lore, with a healthy dose of debunking.
I'm Gabby, the resident Mulder.
And I'm Kim, the resident Scully.
And we're your ghostesses of Ghoulish Tendencies podcast, found wherever you listen to podcasts. Stay spooky.
Let's jump.
talk about something other than Christmas, because Christmas is over now, officially, now that we talked about it.
You know, something else that everyone's been talking about lately is Spider-Man.
Yes.
And I still have not seen Spider-Man Homeward Bound. Now you have.
Yeah.
And
See, ever
you
since you've
enjoyed
been
it.
saying Homeward Bound, I can't think of the fucking title of the movie. It's
That's the title.
Homeward Bound is stuck in my head. It's really not Homeward Bound.
Sassy
Isn't it
Strikes
like,
Back.
Isn't it like No Way Home or something like that? Or
I mean, I think I thought it was Homeward Bound, but
no,
maybe it's No Way Home. Whatever.
something. It's something. But it was
I
cool.
think I have an idea of where this. I think I have an idea of where things are going.
Yeah.
They're totally setting up this new world. So the next one's gonna be called Spider-Man Home Improvement, and Wilson is gonna
here
be
we
the
go.
true villain hiding behind the fence. Peter retires, starts a DIY TV show called Building with Peter and Ned, until it's canceled after 4 episodes due to Peter literally putting houses together with webbing.
You'd already
So,
been fired by
I-
Disney. As soon as you said
I think I'm on to
the
something
neighbor's
here.
name, you could write like a little fan fiction and write a little book about it and see how well it does.
It's Peter the Tool Man Parker. You know, eventually he retires.
Peter,
And,
Peter the Tool
you know,
Parker.
He has 3 sons, you know, so somebody else has to take the mantle over as the new Spider-Man, and then we just it expands from there. I mean, as the multiverse does.
All right.
So
I'm
yeah,
just gonna,
that's what I think is up next, man. It's gonna be the Spider-Man Home Improvement.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut you
Whatever else
off.
I think of that comes with home.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop you there. That's the worst idea I've ever heard. Like, I remember a while back you made a joke about some idea that was bad, but this might have topped it.
Yeah, maybe. And that's what I try to do here.
And I
is just
think
top those bad jokes.
if they make your Spider-Man movie, it don't make anywhere near the $600 million this one's already made. I think you might make like
You don't want to watch a show.
it might
Peter,
make like
trying to-
it might make like $40, and that would be like your dad watching it and you buying a ticket to your own movie, and maybe your
I
lady.
don't think my dad would even go to see that.
You'd be like, nah.
No, she would. She definitely wouldn't go.
No.
And I'm pretty sure my dad wouldn't go. I don't think I could get anyone to really go see that with
Pitch
me.
it to him. So like, listen, hear me out. Peter the Toolman Parker. Yeah.
And then Ned gets upset, and he branches off, you know, after he's become Hobgoblin, and then he's away for a little while, and then he comes back with his own show, like Cooking with Hobgoblin or something, you know,
Right.
because he doesn't need Peter Parker with his silly web building technique that doesn't work.
Yeah. No, thank
Moving
you.
on.
So the Scream movie comes out soon.
No, not for you. I can't count on your money for that one.
Yeah, no, you can't count on anything.
Yeah, Scream. Let's move on to something better.
Please.
Scream coming out this month. Finally, we're getting Scream 5. I mean, I know it's not called that, but it's Scream 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to have another horror movie kind of in the spotlight. We will get into it with the talk with Craig about Halloween. I don't want to say too much, but we talked about Halloween for a minute, and that was mentioned. How it's nice for a movie like that to be like really out there for a little bit, get some publicity. And I think that Scream is about to have the same treatment. So really, it's only been like a couple months without a big horror title, out there in the news or whatever, out there in the interwebs, and now back at it again with a big iconic title like Scream.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any other big movies coming out around then that would compete with it. You know what I mean? Like, I was hyped for like the Guillermo del Toro movie that just came out, but it released on the same weekend as Spider-Man, which was a fucking awful weekend. So I'm hoping Scream is like the big movie.
Oh yeah, I should have changed that.
Yeah, I'm thinking. And you mentioned talking about
and
Craig.
Spider-Man.
You mentioned Craig, which in a few minutes here in the episode we have Craig E. Sawyer, the writer who wrote the Forbidden Museum comic. We had him back on episode 34 to tell us about the book and the Kickstarter and stuff he ran with it. And that was really successful. And now he is back for a few minutes to tell us about book 2 and the Kickstarter for that he's launching very soon. And a little giveaway that we're doing in cahoots. Craig and the Steve and Crypto Show are in cahoots to send out a copy of that issue 1 to a listener. So, and a little bit here, we'll share that little conversation with you. And so what you're talking about. Like, he was like, Craig did this, and like, what? But yeah, we're back to talk about Scream coming. It's exciting. It's good for horror to have these big blockbuster movies to put horror as like mainstream, which is it's just good for it all around. What else is happening? Scream. Didn't the Resident Evil movie come out recently?
Yeah, it came out a few weeks ago, I think. It's available on Amazon Prime. I think it's one of like the early access titles, So at this time, it's like $20 to rent.
Oh,
but
is it? It's not free.
It's just my opinion. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not like free to stream or whatever.
Right.
Or with membership. No. I thought it was really fun. Honestly, I just like re-downloaded the original Resident Evil game for the Switch.
Right.
It's on sale right now for like $12.
Okay.
Just, after watching the new movie, I kind of wanted to go back, and I really don't think I've ever played the first Resident Evil game. So I'm going to go through that process. But I thought this movie captured like the video game vibe a little bit more. It was like less flashy, it was a little like more dark and moody. Mila Jovovich is not in it. I think I mentioned that a couple weeks ago when we briefly talked about it. She's not there because I believe she's a made-up character.
Yeah, for the movies, right?
This one has like Chris and Leon and a few other characters that are actually in the games, and they're in like the castle, or the I'm sorry, not the castle, the mansion,
right?
From the first, couple games. So, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It's getting mixed reviews, so don't watch it and like hold it against me if you didn't like it. But
is it $20 to rent fun, or just buy it for $20
or
just wait till it's in?
I mean, I'm probably
wait till it's in a red box for $1.15. rent it then. I mean, I guess if you're a fan of the franchise,
You could do that.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the franchise, man. I got the Umbrella Corporation logo tattooed on my hand. So I'm a fan. I want to check it out. I mean, I'm probably going to buy it. So I feel like I should have just waited. You know, I think we watched it like on Christmas or Christmas Eve or something like that.
Right.
So it was kind of just a like, hey, it's here. Let's just splurge and check it out now. Right. But I would have paid another couple bucks to just buy it.
Yeah.
So
all right.
I have every other Resident Evil movie.
Right. You might as well.
But then. Yeah. As far as like other fun things to watch that are out right now, Book of Boba.
Yeah,
Chapter 1 is out there now for everybody to watch.
I feel like this is off to a good start. I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
I like how they gave us a lot of the story of how he survived the Sarlacc pit, and they kind of made a new story around. Like back in the day, you know, there were stories like in the books and stuff how he survived, but this is completely different, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. A lot of action. In that first, like a ton of action within just that short time period, which was awesome. Like there was a lot of action, but it and kind of character building in this world. And I think these episodes are all going to be kind of just paced like that until the end of the season, and shit's going to get crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's kind of just like kind of not dragging out in a boring way, but it's kind of slower in that sense. You know what I mean?
Well, it's only going to be 7 episodes.
Yeah. And,
you know, I imagine all of them are going to be around the same length, except for maybe the last one might be a little longer. It's kind of
it felt short.
The way that they've been making a lot of shows. Yeah, it was only like 35 minutes. Well, I mean, there's a lot of credits, so it's probably more like just 30.
It was weird. Like I said, it felt
there
was a lot of action, but it felt dragged out, but it felt short. Like I don't get how that all came to work like that, but it did. You know what I mean? Like it almost it don't make sense, but it makes sense if you watched it. But I'm glad they really finally started giving us the story of his surviving.
It's short and sweet.
Yeah. But
yeah, it was cool to actually see him, you know, getting out of the Sarlacc and all that. Like, you know, because like you said, I mean, we've heard. I mean, some like fans like us have heard that in the books he did escape, and so it was neat to just actually get that visual of him in there.
And it was kind of similar to how he escapes, but a little different. But it's cool how they keep how there's still after effects of what he went through. You know, like after he got like attacked later on, he had to go back into his little therapy bath thing. What the fuck did they call it? The back to the tank or something like that.
Bantha? No, banthas like are what
bantha is the creature, but
that's the things that the things ride. What you call them?
Anyways, that thing.
Yeah,
it seemed like he has I don't know, maybe it's something's fucked up on his immune system or something. I don't know, but like he had to go right into there after he was attacked, which
he's getting too old for this shit.
Yeah. Well, it was good. I'm looking forward to that.
And it was cool to see Robert Rodriguez, you know, was involved with this one too, because I think he
did a Mandalorian episode,
and he's a part of this as well. Sure, so we got the beginning of that. We got the end of Hawkeye, which just came and went real quick.
That show was fucking good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, there was people bitching because there wasn't like after credit scenes or something. Like, fuck off.
We got one, but it was lame, man. We got one. Like, I mean, I thought it was kind of lame.
Which one was it?
The whole dance.
I can't remember.
When
they
episode.
when they showed the musical, that was stupid.
Yeah,
I wish that happened, but people
and the whole time we were watching, we're like, wow, we could have cut this shit off a while ago. You know, like I was watching thinking something's gonna happen, or like I was hoping even for them to just pan into the crowd and show somebody sitting there, like Nick Fury or whatever, somebody just sitting there watching. that would have been enough. Like, oh, cool, there's that. But man, to sit through the whole thing and then especially have my lady be like, well, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry I made you sit through that whole thing. Like, yeah.
Other than that,
but man, the show itself,
it was great.
The show itself was great.
I really
it was
thought
really good.
I wasn't gonna like. I really thought I wasn't gonna like the girl. Can't remember her name, but
she's cool.
She was awesome.
Katie
I love that character.
Steinfeld.
Something I don't know.
Katie Steinfeld, something like that. Yeah. No, Kate Bishop is cool. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, like the character is cool, like the comics and stuff. But like I just thought I wasn't gonna be big on the actress, but she was fucking awesome, dude. And I'm looking forward to more of her in the role. And the dog.
Pizza dog. Man, and I really felt for her. Pizza dog. I felt for her in the last episode. I don't know if anybody really caught this, but like, you know, earlier in the season, she's trying to kind of emphasize like, hey, we're a team, we're partners. He's like, no, I don't need that. You know, like he doesn't want her to get hurt. Like just stay away, do your own thing. And then on that last episode, it went in. They're talking back and forth. I think he's like getting something ready, getting his arrows in the quiver or whatever. Yeah. And he said, "We're partners." Yeah. And you just see her face, like, "Oh, you said it," you know. Yeah. And I felt that too. Like, oh, he said you're partners.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. I didn't give him none of my tears for that. But it was like, oh man, like, you know, she's been wanting that the whole time. And then for finally to be like, okay, we're partners now.
It's Disney, of course they're gonna give us that. But it was nice. It was a sweet moment.
And then they give you the Kingpin after the sweet moments, we get the Kingpin rolling in with the staff with the diamond on the top, like from the 90s cartoons and shit. And I mean, I like that. They got him looking very, very cool, you know, very comic-esque.
And I'm sure that whole thing.
And then I'm a big, yeah. I mean, they were smart to let the speculation build just by panning away, you know, as we gunshot. Actually goes deaf for a while. So Echo fires off a round next to him so that he basically has to go through, you know, he feels what she feels, you know, like, all right, I'm gonna let you live, but you're gonna be like crippled in a way, you know, you're gonna like feel the way I do.
Walk in my shoes for a minute.
And so, I thought I heard that he like goes blind or something, and then he has reconstructive surgery and he can see again or whatever. But he goes through some shit that you would think would take him down, but he's the Kingpin. He'll find a way to bounce back. And they didn't throw him in this show just to kill him off.
No, not yet. Hope not.
Yeah. I'm happy he's in there. I mean, they had us guessing for most of that season as to who the main villain was. So it was cool when they finally revealed it.
Well, speaking of revealing things, let's jump in and run our little chat with Craig Sawyer so he could reveal his release date for the Kickstarter for Forbidden Museum.
Hey, this is Dr. Gangrene. You're watching the Steve. No, you're not. You're listening to the Steve and Crypto Show right here on whatever network you're on. I don't know what you're on. Don't ask me. I can't see what you're doing, but keep listening and tune in next week for more cool content on the Steve and Crypto Show.
We are on the Steve and Crypto Show with Craig E. Sawyer, the writer of the comic book series Forbidden Museum. It's a book about basically, the best way to describe it is Indiana Jones meets the classic Universal monsters. He did a Kickstarter last year for the comic, and we talked about it in episode 34 of the Stephen Crypto Show, and the Kickstarter went really well for them. They surpassed their goal and released the book in October. It's a great comic. It's an exciting adventure. It left me wanting more. And Craig is here to tell us about the upcoming launch for Book 2's crowdfunding campaign. So where are you going to take us in Book 2?
Hello, Steve and Crypto Nation. In Book 2, thanks First of all, I want to say thanks for having me on the show. Thanks for everybody who backed and supported issue 1 of the Forbidden Museum. So it's a book about classic monsters. So the first one kind of set up that Henry Harker, our protagonist, the great grandson of Jonathan Harker, who fought Dracula in the Bram Stoker novels. He found this monster museum that he thought was filled with like antiquities and priceless antiquities, but it's really filled with monsters that are trapped there by his great grandfather. Is a prison, a magical prison. So he finds this and he releases the monsters from the prison. And he's betrayed by his partner, and he's locked into this prison. So he's now cursed. The monsters are free, and he's cursed as the museum's curator. He's got this Egyptian magical scarab on his chest that makes him undead, like living dead. He doesn't have to breathe. He has super strength, the strength of 10 men, and he has unlimited money from his grandfather's fortune. But to remove the curse, he's got to fly around to parts of the world. That's kind of where the Indiana Jones vibe comes in. And he finds and traps these monsters and he puts them back in the Forbidden Museum. So in issue 2, we're going down to the Amazon to find the Gill God. And the Gill God's obviously my version of like a creature from the Black Lagoon Universal movies, or a fish man. And that's one of my favorite classic monsters, actually. But he'll not only fight the Gill God, he'll fight the wolf beast. Dracula's the main protagonist in this. He's searching for the MacGuffin, which is the Book of the Dead, which is the Egyptian Book of the Dead, which is currently in Henry Harker's hands. And he used the magic to trap the monsters and as a guide to find the monsters throughout the world. So, yeah, that's where we're headed to next, the jungles of the Amazon for high adventure.
Very cool. Very cool. So I actually have a question about the first book. Without spoiling, I'm assuming that this the curse that was put upon him is what kept him alive for the 5 months he was entombed.
Yeah. So it was kind of a hibernation process, I guess. So like it adhered to him. And because, before when he got trapped in the tomb, the old curator, who looks like a rotten mummy, said it's passed on to you. And it shows the scarab attaching itself to his chest. And then so he kind of comes out of this. Yeah, that's what kept him alive. So, yeah, he's kind of like the walking. He's the living dead. He's almost like a mummy himself. But I kind of made him a little humorous. Like, what would happen if we didn't have to breathe or eat and we had superpowers a little bit? It would be kind of cool at first, right? And then you realize, like in book 2, you realize, well, I can't get drunk anymore. I can't enjoy things I wanted to do. I'm a freak, Yeah. So then it slowly starts dawning on him, this is a curse, But he's got a sense of humor.
Right. Yeah, I could see it would seem cool at first, but then it would start to feel like work, and then it'd be less cool because it sounds like there's a lot of a work ahead for him.
Yeah.
He has the curse and has all this work to do to run around the world and catching monsters and shit. I'll just be regular old me before I have to do that. I'm good. But we're glad he's doing it because it's a fun read and it's making for an exciting adventure and a good comic book. So book 2, he's chasing the we call him the Gill God.
Yeah, the Gill God. So down in the Amazon, he's actually going to get the Gill God. The eggs were in the museum, and now they've hatched again. But they worship the Gill God and the Gill creature is a god in the Amazon.
Right.
So he has to go find him in this sunken temple. There's going to be dinosaurs in it. So I was trying to make it the coolest book ever. I'm trying to put everything I love into the story.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So,
it's your story. You might as well. You got to make sure you enjoy it before anybody else will.
Oh, I'm pretending a movie studio gave me an unlimited budget, and I could put any monsters I want to in it and do anything I wanted to do. And my favorite movies are horror movies, monster movies, and Indiana Jones world hopping adventures. So this is,
it shows. Definitely shows. So what's the goal release date for book 2?
We're going to do a Friday, February the 18th, around noontime is the launch. for the second Kickstarter, and we're going to go through to the 20th of March, which I think is a Sunday. So I try to begin on a weekend, end on a weekend for working folk, to have time to really take a look at it, because during the week, everybody's pretty busy. But I think it's on day one. All day one backers are going to get a free collectible monster card I'm going to put in there. Right. And we're going to have fun, man. I think this is going to be a wild ride. We're going to go each issue. I'm going to try to have him go hunt down a different monster. And I think this one may end up being a two-part book. But the next time we're going to go to the wolf beast, and he's going to Frankenstein, and eventually Dracula is trying to take control of these monsters too, and get ahead of the game and get this book, the Book of the Dead. And if Dracula gets his Book of the Dead,
it's over.
He wants to bring eternal darkness to the world, as Dracula would want to do. So.
Makes sense. It's like, what else would you do with the Book of the Dead? Might as well fuck shit up. Besides the collector cards, do you have any other perks lined up?
Yeah, we're gonna have some collectible prints. I'm gonna have some T-shirts done up of all the monsters, the great evils. I'm gonna get a pretty, Gabriel Del did a variant cover of the first issue through a company called Spectral Comics, which is an online variant store.
Right.
And they sold really good. They're going on Amazon right now for I think about $80 for one of his prints. And he did the Mummy King, and he did the Invisible Man, which I don't know if you caught it, but in the first issue, did you notice when the first curator explained how he became the curator, that he was hired by a man named Griffith?
Yeah,
you remember that?
I didn't even dawn on me. No.
Well, whose real name is that? It's the Invisible Man.
Yeah, it's your little Invisible Man Easter egg there in the comic. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you're saying this one could probably turn into a 2-issue arc for the
the way it ended, I left it on a big cliffhanger. So what I'm kind of trying to do is sometimes one issue will bleed a little bit into the next issue,
right,
and get resolved, and we'll pick up another storyline.
Right.
So it feels more just like a fluid story. But and Dracula pops up a lot, So in issue 2, Dracula's coffin's been bought by a guy who got rich on cryptocurrency, and he's a vampire cosplayer, and he's down in New Orleans for a vampire masquerade. And I always thought it'd be hilarious if some vampire cosplayers actually met a real vampire.
Right.
And so they unveil Dracula's coffin, and they're like, this is the real Dracula's coffin, man. And like, this has got his real bones in it. And they open it up, and some blood gets on these bones, and it brings Dracula back to life. And he's like, this is the moment he left. He thinks he's still in Transylvania. Like, where's Harker?
Right.
And he's like, oh, who? And so it kind of starts out like that.
That sounds cool.
they had no idea what they were fucking with either. That's funny.
No. So I've always wanted to see like some of these, people say, I'm a real vampire. I sleep in a coffin, bro. I wanted to see them get kind of waylaid by a real vampire.
Yeah. That's good. See, I do like the humor that you're adding to it as well. That's cool. Cause I'm always, it almost has like that campiness that like old monster movies had.
Yeah. I was trying to get to that in a modern way. I think old movies are campy just because they're old, a little bit, but I was trying to how can I bring that campy back, but in a modern kind of context? And then all the old Universal monsters were kind of cursed. Like you felt sorry for them.
Yeah.
A little bit. They kind of were trapped in there. And that's kind of what I want to do to Henry Harker.
Right.
Like I want to be really likable, and like, he's cursed. Like you kind of feel sorry for the guy.
I think there's a lot of characters in horror that are like that. It's pretty cool. Like that they kind of get us by the heart in that way. And people that don't watch horror movies don't quite understand that, but we do get a soft spot for like the guy that was bitten by a wolf. And, he's like, I didn't choose to be this.
Even like Jason from Friday the 13th, he's kind of a sympathetic character.
Yeah.
I mean, he was ignored by the camp counselors, and he drowned in a cursed lake.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of just killing like kind of dopey ass, teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much.
I definitely think he's more of a sympathetic character than Michael Myers. Michael Myers is just killing for the kill of it.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah.
So, But did you watch the last Halloween? Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It wasn't perfect, but it is what it was.
I thought the look of it was good, but like they kept yelling the same line. Like I don't know. I thought the script. It's a balancing act between keeping that campiness, like you said, from an old horror movie, and being so repetitive and seeing the same thing we've seen a million times. Yeah. Like if you change it too much and make it too new, people are like, "That's not the original stuff." Yeah. But then if you don't change it a little bit, then it's kind of the same old thing you've always seen.
It's hard to please people, man. People are a pain in the ass sometimes.
You just got to make what you want to make, and if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Yeah. So you got to have an opinion about what you're making.
Yeah. So, but like I said, it was okay. I enjoyed it. Yeah. It was good seeing a horror movie be like a blockbuster hit. You know, it's good for horror.
I liked it because it was brutal though. The kills were brutal, which I
the whole scene with like the fire
Jaws of Life
out on the lawn. Yeah, he just fucked everybody's shit up. It was like, this is cool. It reminded me of like Bruce Lee scenes back in movies when he beat up everybody. It was good. I dug it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that's really why we watch those movies, anyways. Like a Michael Myers movie.
It's kind of a release, man. Like he's like, you just let's see a bunch of people get killed.
Yeah, and just imagine yourself showing up to work one day and just fucking everybody up like that, and just
put on a mask and say that's it. Today's the day.
I quit. I've made my last sandwich.
And then you're just slowly walking away as you hear all the sirens coming.
Yep. Like nothing happened.
I got your extra cheese, bitch.
Yep.
Right here.
Exactly. But back to the Forbidden Museum. When the first book came out, you sent us extra copies, which we had the intent of doing a giveaway. So let's go ahead and do that with this upcoming release. We will get a copy of issue 1 into a listener's hands. Just stay tuned to us on social media. We'll get a little post up of where to follow us all and to follow their Kickstarter launch page. And pretty much you just follow me, follow Crypto, follow the Forbidden Museum on whatever.
Tell you what, when they follow Forbidden Museum, tag you guys, tag Steve and Crypto, so I know that you're the people that watch this or listen to this.
Get on Forbidden Museum, tag Steve, tag Crypto, and you will be entered in a random drawing to get a copy of the book so you can check it out before book 2 comes out, because I think you guys are going to dig it. People who listen to us, I think, will be into this comic.
Yeah, very cool. And I'm on Instagram at the Forbidden Museum, and I'm on Facebook at the Forbidden Museum, and I'm on Twitter at Craig C Sawyer Writer, CSAWYER Writer, that on Twitter. So hit any of those up and tag you guys, and we'll go into a drawing for the comic book for sure.
Yes, do it. Just follow him anyways. Even if you don't win, he's posting all the updates on the Kickstarter. He's posting teasers from the comic. He has commercials for the comic out there that look really cool. He's really putting a lot of his heart and soul into this book, and it shows.
If I had a soul,
if he had a soul, well, he put a lot of heart into it, and maybe we could do like a side Kickstarter to raise enough money to buy him a soul. I don't know if there's a market for that or what, but
I'm sure you can buy a soul somewhere.
Buy a soul, and then he'll put
on
that
eBay. If it's anywhere, it's on eBay somewhere. I'm sure.
Get a soul on eBay, and then he could use that and put that into book 3. Put that eBay auction soul. But Forbidden Museum book 2. And when was the launch again for the Kickstarter?
The launch is February the 18th, which is a Friday. We'll do it around noon, and it'll end March 20th at midnight on Sunday.
Okay, so let's set a deadline to get people following to get this copy of the book out by the end of this month. Well, we got 31 days this month.
Yep.
Something like that. So January 31st, we'll pick somebody, and then we'll get the book in your hands before the launch of the Kickstarter. So that way you'll be hyped and contribute on the higher tiers and get some of the art and the t-shirt and all the cool shit that's coming with it. And the cards are going to be cool too. So day one, get the cards. I have a few of the cards here that he sent me, and they're like really cool. I love the art because I love the old monsters. So this is the book. If you think like me, this is going to be a good book for you. Good comic.
Tell you what, day one backers, I'll throw in a card, and I'll throw in a Dracula head pin too as well for first day backers.
Nice. Yeah, I got the pin too, and that's pretty cool. I like it. So no reason not to do it. Follow everybody.
Free stuff, man.
Free stuff. That's we know we could all use some free goodies now and then, since everything else is so damn expensive.
Oh, tell me about it.
Right.
Tell me about it.
Before we wrap this up, anything else you want to add or you want to throw in there?
If you like monsters, you like adventures, I promise a kick-ass story around those subjects, and anything you can do is support indie comics, because that's where the good stories are at right now, is indie comic books.
Yes, do it. Craigie Sawyer, Forbidden Museum, support indie comics, just support creators in general. That's what we love to do here, and Craig's a good one, so get on it.
All right.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Stephen Crypto, and thanks Stephen Crypto Army. Is that what you call him?
We don't have a name for him yet. We'll come up with something. We'll come up with something.
Name him.
We'll name them. Shoot us some names. Give us some name ideas. People on social media, give us name ideas.
There you go. There you go.
We'll see what they want to be called. What do you guys want to be called? All right. Hey, well, anyways, thanks again, dude. Be well.
Thanks, guys.
And we will talk soon.
Peace. Have a great one.
Hey, we are back. I'm excited about Craig's comic, Forbidden Museum. He launches the Kickstarter in February, so stay tuned to all his channels for that. And we're gonna do that giveaway. Get you a copy of issue 1. It's a cool book. It's a good one. So also stay tuned for that.
And the artwork is amazing.
The art is sick.
You'll love it. The artwork is so awesome.
Good. It was crazy. It's our first episode of the year. 2021's over. It was a okay year. We grew a lot. We, connected with a lot of cool people. We had, we're proud of what we've done with the show, and we're proud of people who listen to it for being able to put up with us. But jokes aside, great year, but it kind of ended on a sad note. We lost a cultural icon. Like, we lost a national treasure on the last day of the fucking year with the passing of Betty White, like weeks, like literally days away from her 100th birthday. I've never heard anybody say a bad thing about her. You know what I mean? She's like one of the people, like, I have one bucket list, top 10 list, like hugging Betty White would have been on the top 10. You know what I mean? Like, she's a toughness.
You'd be like, she smells like cheesecake that all the Golden Girls ate together. She smells just like it.
Yeah, it's sad though. She lived a hell of a life.
Yeah, man, 99 years. That's impressive as it is. Like, she was so close to 100, but even, I mean, it's a number. 99 years. Like, that's a long, beautiful life that she had. She had, a huge body of work. I mean, there's not just Golden Girls that I watch every night with my 2-year-old.
She was in show business for like 80 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. 2021 was an interesting year. Good times, bad times. We all had our share. Emma left the Wiggles. Joe Gatto left in Practical Jokers. But then we end the year, the final day, with Betty White passing away. It's just kind of the final nail on the coffin there, and nobody deserves to go. Well, I can't say nobody, but most good people don't deserve to go. She definitely didn't. And it's, would have been nice if she made it to 100, but even with that aside, like, you just think about all the work that she did.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's pretty impressive.
It's just weird to think like that she's gone now. Like there was a time when Betty White was one constant like ray of light. You know what I mean? Like she was always, I don't know, she, like I said, she was a fucking treasure. Like, you know, we talk about horror and all that stuff a lot, but like there's horror icons and everything, but she's like a different level of icon. Just she's a human icon. You know what I mean? Like there's different genre of people that are iconic, but she's just like an iconic human. You know, and it's I guess it's like the best way to mention her. Like, it's sad.
You know, it was fun when she kind of pulled an out of character move on us when she was in Lake Placid. You know, it was a dirty old woman behind, like next to the lake. You know, fed her husband to the crocodile and all that.
So she's even been in horror. So she's
telling
done
the cop, if I had a dick, I'd tell you to suck it.
Yeah, she's done. I actually forgot about that, but so she's been in horror too. So no, it was great. It was her and her last time hosting SNL. It was fun. I don't know if
it was so fun.
Yeah,
dude, every skit was so funny. She played the old lady, Blarf and Glarf. They're like, you know, the person came with the package for him or whatever. They're like, how many people live here? She's like, about 15. And they're all named Blarf and Glar. Yes.
And she's fucking treasure. The only way to describe who she was. But
man, you mentioned that episode. Yeah. Real quick, man, I got to at least tell you this one. You mentioned that episode. This is a skit that if you go back and try to watch that episode of SNL, for some reason it's not there. Maybe it was a little too controversial. But I remember the cast at the time getting together, and there's just like a white background, and Betty's sitting there on a bench, and they all start singing the Golden Girls theme to her.
Oh, the metal kick-in one? Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, oh, kids, you know, that was really sweet, but this is how I would have done it. And yeah, it kicks into just, thank you for being a friend, death metal version, and she puts on the S&M mask, and she's into like a little mosh pit and all that. And then at the end, she pulls it off. Thanks for being my friends, motherfuckers. Yeah. Like, it's just great. You could probably find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find it and I'll post it in our group.
Yes, do it.
Yeah, we miss you, Betty White. We love you. I'll be watching Golden Girls tonight like I do every night with my 2-year-old. And I'm sure you were greeted at the gates by Sophia and Blanche and Dorothy. You know, everybody listening, please raise your glass of Gahuga Flugen and up to Betty White.
Yeah. Or if you don't have that, you drink your 59 wine. But yeah. That being said,
and don't forget to have a slice of the Gaharkaflark.
Yeah. So now that we left you guys on a sad note here, we're gonna leave and remind you guys to go visit buymeacoffee.com/SteveCrypto and stop by our Patreon. patreon.com/SteveCrypto and pledge a little something and come check out. We posted our first exclusive episode over there. I did a little game talk with my fiance Ryan and it was fun. Do it up. We've been Steve and Crypto Show and we will catch you on episode 60.
Catch you on episode 60.
And he'll be back with a better rhyme than this week.
Hopefully we won't be feeling shitty on episode 60. That doesn't even rhyme. Look at that.
No. That should have been for like episode 50. Shitty and 50, but 60. We'll come up with something. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Well, we got a week to work on it.